Um, so this week we're learning some figure drawing and some ways that you can construct a human body. So first, I will show you the reference picture. So there's going to be many today, but the first one is, let's do this one here. So this one is just a silhouette. And I want to show everybody how to construct a person. This one, my mark up. Okay. So everyone, you can take a picture of this, but you don't have to. It's going to be very quick today. Just a couple of small things, like small drawings. It's not going to be a finished, complete one. So I'll just give everybody a second. You just need to get your pencil out. But I will show you the basic process of this. So there's many different ways that you can do this, but I'll show you directly on this picture. So you don't have to do anything right now. You can just watch. Okay, this would be good. So when you're constructing a body, most people like to start with the head. But actually, you should start from the middle of the body because it makes it easier to figure out what the other proportions are. If I start at the head, then it's hard for me to figure out what is the length of everything else. So usually the human body, the head is 1/7 of the rest of the body. So the head here, this length on the normal human body should be 1/7 of the whole length. So if you draw a ruler down, oops, you can't see that. So if you draw a ruler down, let's do red so that you can see. See, just about, you see? The head here, just about, is 1/7 of the entire body. So this is the proportion for most adult humans. Okay, so now you know that. It's still easier to start from the middle, not the head. So you want to first figure out where the torso is for this person. After, I will introduce something called line of action, and that's basically where the middle line of this person is. So actually, you know what? Let's do that first. That makes more sense. Okay, so this person, their body is not completely straight. Their body is bent a little bit like this. So what you can do is first you draw the quick line, something like that. So when you're looking at a picture, what you would first do is you draw the line of action. So this one is a little bit curved. So it's very rough. You just, okay, there, this is the direction and the shape of the body. Okay, and then once you have that, you can mark out the torso. And the easiest way to do this is I like to use triangles. I know different people use different things, but I like to mark out the upper torso first using a triangle. Or like a shape kind of like this. So I can see on my line of action, I can just mark out my human torso. Oh, why am I using 10B? Switch my pencil so that it's not as intense. So you have your torso, and then we can mark out, what's this called? The middle part. So I usually mark out the middle part. You can do with a circle. So notice that my circle overlaps into the torso up here. Maybe do this line. So same on your drawing, you would mark out the torso with the circle. This part is the waist. So this part is determined by how big your person is. If you have a larger person, then you would make this part bigger. If you have a smaller, then you would make this part smaller. So this is the waist that you're making. Okay, now you can probably guess, zoom out, for the rest of the body that you're gonna make this triangle again, but this time it's reversed. So again, you notice how I'm still using my line here as the reference of where to put my body. And this is just one way to do it. Some people like to do it in different ways. You can omit the circles, so you don't even need that. You can just get rid of it. But people like to do this different ways. And then after that, following that, you can add the rest of the limbs here. So one way to think about the limbs is you can first of all, you can draw them out if you want. So with lines, one way is if you roughly draw out the shape of the legs, and you draw a ball. So you draw a ball for the joints. So there's knee joint, ankle joint. So this is one way. Well, probably here as well. So a lot of circles when you're constructing. So general shape of the arm first, then my shoulder joint, elbow joint, wrist. Same here, general shape, shoulder joint, elbow, and my wrist is here. So this looks a little bit funny when you put it into practice, right? So I'm gonna do my leg. Looks like a chicken almost. So my knee joint, ankle, knee, ankle, here my shoulder, shoulder, elbow, hand. I wonder if you can see. So for hand, you just follow the shape. Don't worry about the hand actually drawing it, but you kind of make a shovel. So for hands and feet, the easiest thing, don't worry about the fingers, just start with making a shovel. So you just have the basic idea of what it looks like. I wonder if you can see the toe here. Toe would come off the page, so it would also be just something like that. Of course, how can you forget? You have to add a head. So head, circle, whatever. So best practice, start with the middle of the body, not the head. If you start with the head, then you don't have an idea of how big to make everything else. Light. Then this is just the basic structure. So from here, all you have to do is connect the lines. Actually, I'm gonna do this in a different color so you can see. So starting anywhere, what you can do is you just have to connect. Connect all of these lines. Maybe we extend this one a little more. I think hands are commonly agreed to be one of the hardest things to draw. Maybe we should just do a hand drawing workshop. But the easiest way I think I found to do it is just to make the shape, the shovel. So make this shovel shape. I ran out of room, but this hand should be more like that, so it's more graceful. That doesn't matter. So even a simple figure like this, where you look at the picture and you think he's actually standing straight or they are standing straight, but that's not the case. There's always usually a bend to the way that the figure is. So this one is bent a little bit like this way. So you can see if you erase the construction lines now, so if I get rid of all these construction lines, I have a pretty proportional body. I think my legs aren't as long as the picture, but that's okay. I ran out of room. So normally you would do this very fast. So the way that these figure drawing sessions work is you go and the model will change their position every, I think it starts at 30 seconds. So 30 seconds, all you can do is capture a basic frame. So maybe you see this model, you're like, okay, line, body, you capture the most basic outline of what they're doing. Like something, I don't know, something like this. And then the gestures, so the positions that the model holds get longer and longer. So 30 minutes to 1 minute, and then 1 minute to 2 minutes, 2 minutes to 5 minutes. Last one will usually be around 30. And you can add more detail. So each time it's a different position. And I think a lot of art studios in Calgary just offer this to the public. You can pay a fee to do figure drawing, and they'll have a model in there for you. Okay, so our next one is this picture. If you're interested in practicing this at home, there's a website called Line of Action. So if you just Google this, you can practice. There's many pictures of models on there, and you just there's a timer, so you can set the timer to what you want, and you can just practice the drawing the figures. Okay. So let's get started with this one. So very basic. First, I just want to
Hello,
show.
teacher. Teacher,
Yeah.
this first one I not finished. I want to make the picture. The
Oh,
first
the
one.
This one?
Yes.
Let's
I
wait.
make the picture. I didn't finish.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
You
thank you.
wait, what?
Yeah.
Let's leave this one up for a couple minutes, and if you're done, you can go take a water break or something. If you're not, then we'll leave it up for some more time. So you can also take a picture of it if it helps you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so I think we will continue. Oops. I think we will continue from here. If you are not done, you can take a picture.
Yeah, finish.
Okay. So our next one, I just want to show everybody very quickly. Let me put it in my gallery. I just want to show everybody very quickly how to look at the figure. So what you're going to do is when you see this, now it's a real person, you first look at the line of action. So what is the direction? Oh my goodness. What is the direction that they're following? So this one is like this. Let's see that again. Actually, it's like this. I want you to imagine that the line of action is this person's spinal cord. So imagine if you underneath the person, what is the shape that their spine would look like? That's pretty much what your line of action is. Okay, and then once you have that, you'll figure out where the torso is. So it's going to be a triangle. This color is not very easy to see. So using that spine as a reference, the waist, and the what is this called? I think pelvis or lower body. So how to transfer that to the paper? Upper body triangle, your waist, pelvis. Figure drawing is you're actually more accurate if you don't think about it as much. So if you just do it and don't think about it, your construction will actually be more accurate. And now you can figure out where the arms are going to be. When you're drawing your arm off the shoulder, it doesn't have to be right in there. You can actually move it to the side because you can consider that there's a joint here. So I like to start with lines for the arms so I know which direction they're going in. This is like elevated stick figure drawing. Then I can add the head. So I will do a circle and build a triangle off of that. And then I will create all my joints. Again, you can see that my fingers are currently shovels. My feet, you can add
I have a
later.
question. I have a
Yeah, what's
question.
your question?
What's the purpose of that triangle in the head?
Oh, this triangle in the head. If you look at the shape of this face,
Yeah.
so you see how
Mhm.
there's a circle and then there's a,
Oh, thank you.
what is that called? It's just the side profile.
Yeah, the profile. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's easier. It's actually a lot easier to think about. Like if, let's say your side profile was on the other side, if you think of the face as a triangle, actually,
Thank you.
yeah, makes it much easier. Anyway, good question. So now we can start to actually build the figure. I'm going to use, what is this? Poppy red. How vibrant. I think I made this person too broad. So I'll actually bring their arm in a little bit. So you always have to consider that, I think this is the wrong way. It's supposed to be like this. There we go. I think we have to always consider that the joint, I don't think that's gonna erase, but consider that there's a joint here. And there's a reason why we draw it in. It just makes it easier for us when we actually construct the person. So if you know there's a circle drawing here, you're gonna follow the shape of that. So you can see that knee. Same idea, feet from the side is just to see the shape is a triangle. So I wouldn't worry about the face or facial features or whatever. Right now, we're just figuring out how to make the body. You will notice when you do figure drawing, if you ever do it in person, the models like usually are unclothed, just because you can see if there's a lot of clothing, it actually makes it very hard to get the figure. As you're just drawing clothes is like a different technique on its own. Okay, so I'll put this here and give everybody some more time to construct the figure. Okay, let's do a couple more minutes for this one. And again, if you're done, go for a short walk or grab a drink of water. And we have time to do another one after this. Okay, let's move on to the next one. If you are not finished this one, then you can feel free to take a picture. The glare here is really bad today. I'm sorry for that. I'm not sure how. I tried closing the window, but that one is still there today. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay. Another figure. The glare today is not very good. So I'll show you before we start drawing. Oops. So first you start with your line of action. Maybe that one, try again. Something like that. Maybe I'll curve it more dramatically. That's good. Move that aside. And then we have to identify where the torso is. So here on this person, this person is, the torso is larger. And then the waist, circle. Pelvis. So the line of action is important because this person is not straight. There's a definite curve to like the action that they're doing. Another way that I've seen this done, or people do figures, is they'll simplify, they won't even do the shape there. What they'll do is they'll look at this figure and then they'll make the line of action. And then they'll just mark out where the shoulders are. So they'll take the top of the shoulders, do a line for the shoulders, do a line for the hip or the waist, and then do a line for the pelvis like this. So there'll just be a couple of lines. They won't even they won't even do what we're doing right now. So they'll just draw the figure. You can see the legs and the body. It's just a couple of marks. Okay. And then the rest of the body, you're just gonna make the, oops. You're just gonna make the lines for the limbs. Actually, this one doesn't really have it, just a shovel. The head. Legs. And then you draw in the joints. I know that some people also like to do the leg socket here. Well, it looks a little bit funny, but they do this. So lines and then all my joints. I like this method of drawing out the lines because I can see where my joints are going to be. For example, if I draw out this line, I can see that the knee joint is going to be of the other leg is right below this intersection. So I pay attention to this intersection because I know this knee joint is right here. And then the hand is going to be shovel. If it's helpful for you, you can do this what is this called? That hip socket. And then everything gets connected as normal. My feet joint. So they should be lower. Should have been here. And again, for the foot, always just a triangle. So this type of drawing requires quite a bit of practice. The more you practice it, the better you get at this. But it is a lot easier once you have the principle down. Okay, so we'll leave this one up so that if you are not done, you can finish it. See what time it is. Oh, we have 2 minutes. So next week we will continue in figure drawing, but maybe we'll do something a little bit interesting. We'll see. Okay, so I think we'll stop here for today. If you want to take a picture, then you can go ahead. For this one, for figure drawing, it's very quick. You can do 1 or 2 a day. So I challenge you to do that. So look in a magazine or go on the Line of Action website or similar. And if you just do 1 of these a day, it takes maybe 10 minutes. You'll get so much better at it very quickly. Okay, that will be the end of our class today. If you want to show your work, I would love to see it. So if you're here. Oh, Elaine, interesting. I see it. See, you can see with this method, you actually get quite, you can get more accurate with your proportions, right? So compared to if you did this with no guidelines or outline, you get a much more accurate proportion. That's very nice, everybody. So next week, we will continue practicing this. And if you have any pictures that you want to draw, then we can also, you can email them to us and then we can, we can put them in the class. Okay, that's it, everybody. I'll talk to you next week. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
teacher. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.